England needs to find their own why. And so Ireland is, for me, it's actually, if you look at Ireland, it is, I do not understand their why because it hasn't been explained to me. But from that perspective, I look at Ireland and say, like, they've got a very small rugby base. It is probably the third or fourth favorite country in the sport in the country. They've got a very small player base. And they probably say, we can do, I'll show the world that with a very small base as um, as Irish, we'll show you we can perform. So that is quite amazing. And so I'm laboring the point, but it all comes down to why. If you just want to win a rugby match, the personal effect is not as badly felt if your why isn't defined before you start in any test match or any game
What
or
was the
any World Cup.
Saracens' why, Schalk?
That's a great question, Brendan. So
That's the first time ever.
Yeah, it is.
no.
It is, Brendan, the first time ever. Well done.
So I would say, I mean, for people listening to this, our why was making memories, right? And I'll tell you why it was that, because most of the things in previous environments that I've been involved with, they treat you mean to keep you keen. And so it's not a place where you get respect, you earn it over time. And we said it from a different perspective. We're going to give you respect. It's for you to keep it because it's a lot harder. And we're going to treat you unbelievably well. And so our system and our why was we want to change the way people treat rugby players. Coaches treat rugby players. You're not just a commodity that you can sell when you go off the market. You are a human being first, and we want to raise good humans. And secondly, we want to make memories. And thirdly, we want to show that our way is the right way. So from that perspective, Brendan, it changed the whole viewpoint, how we see losses. And they brought in Matthew Saeed that wrote the book 10,000 Hours or Bounce. Then we brought him in Black Box Thinking because we were that team that lost twice in a row in a Heineken semi-final and a Premiership final. But that didn't define us. That just made us believe that we got close. And we want to show that this is the way to treat people.
Yeah, interesting.
This is sort of speculation, but it's certainly based on past evidence. Obviously, Sear apologized to a nation, and New Zealand say they'd lost on Saturday. I think you'd probably have a similar level of, maybe not apology from Scott Barrett, but potential backlash to be anticipated. What do you think the correlation is, Schalk, between that New Zealand backlash and their why?
I don't know. From a New Zealand perspective, in terms that I've played there, it is extremely personal. For example, I would say if you lose in New Zealand or South Africa, it is on every back page and it's 3 pages deep. Where in England, you make the 4th or 5th page, and that's the reality. And so it is a sport that New Zealanders are extremely proud of. It's a sport that South Africans are extremely proud of. And so from that perspective, it means so much more to the public. Yes, it means a lot to people that love rugby in England, but you crack on, you move on, and you watch the football on Sunday or Saturday, whatever. It's just a different viewpoint. There's so much more interest. I mean, if you look at the numbers of people watching the game from a percentage perspective, South Africans watch a lot of rugby. Then they watch Currie Cup, then they watch URC, and then they watch international rugby. It is actually ridiculous. It's great. It's fantastic.